In northern Maine, the wind turns mean overnight. Evelyn steps outside and instantly knows something is wrong. She counts her goats through the white blur. One shape is missing. In this cold, missing can become gone. Ice locks the latch. Fresh hoofprints lead away, already fading. Evelyn follows anyway, because quitting isn't an option. The tracks thin out under new snow. The storm erases evidence like it never existed. Evelyn steadies her breath. She promises herself she's bringing that baby back. A shed door hangs open. Scratch marks, wind, and the feeling she's being watched. Her lantern cuts the darkness. No goat, only tools, hay, and silence that feels too heavy. A tuft of white fur catches on a nail. Her stomach drops, but she refuses to panic. Shadows move at the tree line. Not close enough to see, close enough to fear. Inside, the stove glows. Warmth returns to her hands, but not to her worry. She turns the weather radio, only static, like the storm swallowed every warning. Ice hammers the window. The blizzard isn't passing through, it's moving in. At the pen, the gate wire hums like a tense guitar string. The herd shifts, unsettled. Evelyn becomes the fence, arms wide, body steady, guiding them into tighter shelter. The tarp snaps violently. One rip, and the herd loses its only cover. Rope slides through her mittens, burning. She locks it down with pure willpower. She sprints for the cabin, wood, tools, anything. The storm chases her footsteps. Then, an odd knock. Not wind, not ice, something else. Right on her porch, a child lies in the snow, barely moving. Evelyn's fear shifts into fierce compassion. She carries him inside. The door shuts, and the cabin becomes a lifeboat. Now she's guarding two fires, the boy's life and the animals outside. She finds a flare, a last resort. Red light for the worst moment. She boards a drafty window fast. Each nail is a promise, not tonight. A distressed bleat cuts through the storm. Evelyn turns, because the herd still needs her. The door opens, and the blizzard hits like a wall. She steps into it anyway. Her headlamp beam tunnels through snow. Everything beyond it feels unreal. The fence is down. Tracks scatter outside the pen. Danger has a doorway. Two pale eyes blink in the drift. Evelyn freezes. Micah steps forward, shield first. She ignites the flare. Red fire blooms, and the night finally hesitates. With the flare hissing, she ties the fence back together, hands moving faster than fear. She counts again. There's still an empty space in the huddle. One baby goat still missing, a hollow in a drift, tiny scuffs at the edge. Hope hiding under snow. The kid goat is alive, trembling. Evelyn tucks it inside her coat like a heartbeat. She walks back through whiteout, carrying warmth against the cold's cruelty. The door opens, warm air rushes out. The boy sees the baby and exhales relief. By the stove, the tiny life settles. For a moment, survival looks like softness. Then the howls return, faint, distant, persistent. The storm has teeth. Evelyn guards the threshold, lantern steady. No hero speeches, just quiet courage. Outside, something brushes the cabin wall. A scrape, a shadow, then gone. Inside, again, steady hands in a shaking world. Evelyn plans the next move. She inventories supplies, bandage, thermos, twine. In storms, details save lives. Hot water into a thermos, small heat, stored like hope for later. She checks the boy's forehead. Too cold, too tired. He's been out there too long. A warm bottle under the blanket. Old school remedy, life-saving, simple. The power dies. Darkness spreads, except for firelight and Evelyn's resolve. She chops wood outside, each strike swallowed by wind. The night isn't done yet. Smoke puffs back from the stove. Even warmth can turn dangerous. At the pen, the goats panic again. Predators don't quit. They test. She strings tin cans as an alarm. If the night comes close, it will make noise. Micah stiffens, warning without a sound. Evelyn listens to the dog more than fear. She feeds the kid goat warm milk. Tiny swallows, tiny victories. The boy helps wrap the baby in cloth. Small hands learn what care means. A branch thumps the roof. The cabin groans.
but it holds. Evelyn patches a draft with tarp. Less wind inside means more life inside. The cans rattle hard. Hit. Evelyn moves fast, with flare in hand, heart steady. Red flare again, bright enough to push teeth back into the dark. A goat is tangled in wire. Evelyn frees it, gentle, fast, and fearless. She drags out a sled. New plan, bring the herd closer now. A narrow corridor of light forms from porch glow. The goats follow, step by step, 2 goats at a time into the mudroom. The entryway becomes a barn. Evelyn leans on the door for one breath. Not peace, just a pause. The boy offers her a mug. They share warmth without a single word. Outside goes quiet, too quiet. Sometimes silence is the next threat. Evelyn checks the kid goat's heartbeat. Steady, alive, worth it. Storm at its peak again. Everyone stays still, listening to the cabin's bones. Pre-dawn blue creeps in. Wind softens. The night begins to loosen. Evelyn steps outside in aftermath. The world looks calmer, like it's pretending. Coyote tracks everywhere near the fence. Proof the night came close. She braces the leaning post in daylight. Repair is another form of survival. The boy steps onto the porch, wrapped up tight. The sky looks bigger now. Inside, the herd finally eats in peace. Crunching hay sounds like a relief. Evelyn notices one mitten missing. Small detail, big danger in this cold. Half buried by the shed, the mitten waits. She lifts it like a rescued memory. She returns it to the boy's hands. His shoulders drop. Safe at last. A distant engine hum appears. Hope has a sound. A rescuer arrives on a snowmobile. Evelyn stays cautious, then finally breathes. She wraps the boy for the ride, tucking every edge. Care is in the corners. The snowmobile pulls away. The boy is going home. Evelyn stays with her herd. Quiet returns. Evelyn holds the kid goat, Micah, at her feet. The cabin feels earned. Morning spreads over the snowfield. They survived. If this moved you, subscribe and share this story.